address serious crime. He stated that SAPS should guard against creating structures, stroke units based on specific category, whilst this duplicate the existing capabilities such as taxi killing, political killing, all being about murders. This is where the discussions were also, some of the discussions taken place. Remember before there were some emails that were being sent between the National Commissioner, Mary Diaz, and other people. But then this was the executive meeting called by the minister in the boardroom, executive boardroom, with the top management of the police. And this is where this subject was ventilated as well, with the National Commissioner as well, not really against such. Hence, I asked yesterday for the recording.
Yeah.
Can I just, sorry, I do apologize.
Go ahead.
In that very last paragraph, what you've read, the very last sentence, this is the General Masemula speaking. He further explained that a political killing capability that is in place was in a form of a task team and not a fixed unit / establishment. Now, if you keep that line in mind, and then you go back to the earlier highlighted paragraph where the minister was speaking, and the minister referred to creating structures, units based on specific category, whilst these duplicate the existing capabilities, and then he refers to taxi killings, political killings, all being about murder. It would appear that General Masemula was in fact clarifying the minister that the PKTT is not a fixed unit. It's not part of the establishment, when in fact the minister had referred to it as part of the structures and units based on specific things. So that's all the significance of that very last line. It's General Masemula clarifying to the minister that it's a task team, not agreeing to anything, just saying it is a task team, it's not part of the fixed structure. I think if you read the two together, you'll see that what appears to have been happening here. But importantly, to the question of Ms. Hassim about the decision, we have a recordal of the decisions that were made in that meeting under the slide 7, where the PKTT and task teams got mentioned. In that decision recorded at 503, there is no decision to shut down the task teams and PKTT in particular. Otherwise, it would have been recorded there.
You may look at the screen behind you.
Perhaps we can just read the decisions,
yes,
and you can then answer.
The one on top, I was reading from slide 8. I'm sorry, Acha.
So what comes before that, that is what has the yellow highlights, is the discussion, and then the decisions on that are what Commissioner Baloyi has just referred you to. You follow that?
I follow, Chair.
Yes, and Ms. Hassim now is saying, do you see that there is no decision there? What was it, Commissioner Baloyi? That the PKTT must be disbanded. Where they are, the actual decisions now.
It was, at that point in time, Chair, it wasn't a decision taken that says disband or it must be disbanded at all. It was a discussion to say there must be a reconsideration. This is now the foundation and the beginning and the momentum as it started gaining, to say there must be a reconsideration of this, because now we are duplicating resources.
So there's no, in the decisions, would you agree that there's also no decision that's recorded for a review to take place of task teams, including the political killing task team.
Unless I don't read English well. Because when I see here, it says the minister further indicated that there must be a reconsideration and review
Yes.
of certain capabilities.
Yes. So that we've read that, and this is clearly the discussion that took place. But the minutes reflect the decisions, and there are 3 bullet points. And what I'm saying to you is that not only are you correct that there was no decision to disband taken in that meeting, but there was also no decision that a review should be conducted on the political killings task team. Because if there was, it would be reflected in the minutes. Don't you agree?
I agree.
And would you agree that even apart from these minutes, no review was taken of the political killings task team before 31 December 2024?
Because there was already a document that is in circulation, so there was no review.
There was a document in circulation. Which document?
This one of the one that we read earlier.
The Murray report.
Yes.
Okay, but the Murray report we've already established was talking about proposals for the future. I'm saying, was there a review ever undertaken? A review of the capabilities and value of the political killings task team before the decision on 31 December, between this meeting and 31 December?
I thought I responded, Chair. I don't want to be evasive. I want to answer a question honestly.
Was there a review undertaken pursuant to the meeting of 1 November 2024?
Not pursuant to the meeting of the 1 November. Okay.
That was your question.
Yes, thank you. That answers the question.
You want to say something, General?
What pains me is that I'm being pushed into a corner of saying, was there disbandment instruction, yes or no? Was there a review? There was a document that is in circulation where I also signed, where finally the National Commissioner at his own time then also signed and say implementation must be done by General Sibiya. So I wouldn't expect that there should be another review on top of a review that is running, that is already in place.
General, please understand what's going on here. We want to get the full facts. This is not about pushing you in any direction. If, as you say, there was something decided in accordance with the Murray report, you have said that. You have dealt with it. Now we are dealing with the minutes of the 1st November 2024. And you have read the highlighted part where part of which says the minister indicated that there should be a reconsideration and review. Now, you are being asked a different question now. It's no longer about the Murray report. It's about the meeting of the 1st November 2024. And you are being asked a different question. Was there a review? Because we want to get all the facts, the full facts. Was there a review pursuant to the 1st of November 2024? We are past the Murray report. That's why you've already responded to the question. I'm just giving this explanation to disabuse your mind of this idea that you are being pushed into any particular direction. That's not the idea. These are different facts. You've dealt with Murray. We are now dealing with the 1st of November 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And the reason we're dealing with the minutes of the 1st November 2024 is because you drew to our attention that this was a significant event that led to the disbandment decision of the 31st of December. So just to explain why I am taking you to the minutes. Now we've dealt with the minutes. There's no decision in the minutes to either disband or to undertake a review of an analysis and an evaluation of the political killings task team that we've established. But my next question is, despite this, was there any review taken of the PKTT between 1 November and 31 December?
The answer is no.
Okay, thank you.
But can I clarify something?
Yes.
Remember that this was a consultative process, because there was a statement made by the National Commissioner that there was no consultation. So this document was meant to demonstrate that no, there has been meetings, several meetings, consultative meetings. It may not be the meeting that says disband or a decision taken that now we are disbanding, but this thing was discussed, ventilated in several meetings, of which the 1st of November was one of them. Thank you, Chair.
But would you agree that in order to make the decision to disband and for a proper consultation to take place, there would need to be an evaluation, an impact analysis of the PKTT?
I don't agree.
So on what basis then would the decision be made? How does one assess then that there's no value being added by the PKTT?
When a decision is taken to disband a task team, under normal circumstances, in every task team, this is not the process that we follow or that is being followed.
Who makes the decision? Let me start there.
The provincial commissioner can make a decision, or he who established a task team can make that decision.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I accept that, but I'm asking you whether there would be a review. There would be some basis, there would be a reason to make that decision. You don't just make a decision without reasons.
Yes.
Okay. And do you accept that in 2024, let me call it the sort of state of knowledge amongst the senior members of the service was that the PKTT was doing very good work?
According to their reports, General.
Yes.
And you shared that view, that they were doing good work?
Yes.
Okay. So what then do you say but you say that there therefore doesn't need to be any review. So if in 2024, you say they're doing good work. In fact, I think you agreed they were outstanding in their work. What changed?
What changed is the fact that from where I'm sitting, I'm focusing nationally. I'm not focusing only on KZN. Now, as far as I'm concerned, from where I'm sitting,